Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another broadcast of Mustang basketball on Sheridan County Journal Star.net. This evening, it is the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Hay Springs Hawks who have made the 20-mile trip across here to do battle with the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs this evening. Starting off, of course, with girls varsity action. 12 minutes and 20 seconds left in the warm-up period before the opening tip between the Mustangs and the Hawks. Say thanks to sponsors of today's broadcast: the First National Bank of Gordon, Strong Insurance, Fred A. Lockwood and Company, Gordon True Value, Hins Home Furnishings, Hins Hardware in Rushville, Accountant Carol Child, Barb Share Real Estate, and Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville. Also, Modern Farm Equipment Company, our video sponsor this evening, and the Sheridan County Journal Star. Let's take a minute and hear a word from our sponsors, and we'll be back with starting lineups in just a minute here on SheridanCountyJournalStar.net.
New Holland is the undisputed leader in hay tools. We give farmers a wide range of innovative equipment that increases efficiency and productivity all year round. Because to us, smart means providing a smooth, clean cut with faster dry down, plug-free conditioning, and superior bale density. And smart means leaving less hay on the field to feed more livestock in less time. The gold standard has been raised. Visit your local New Holland dealer today.
Let's take a look at the starting lineups for these two teams. The Hay Springs Hawks come in having a rough go of it so far this season. They come in with a season record of 1 win and 8 losses. Starting lineup for the Hay Springs Hawks tonight: number 10, Emma Roberts. She is a 5'9" sophomore. Number 24, Jessie Badge, the 5'6" freshman. Many of you will remember from our broadcasts, those of you Hay Springs folks tuning in with us this evening, Jessie was our cameraman camera person for much of last season for our Hay Springs broadcast, and glad to see her have a chance to get out on the floor for the Hay Springs Hawks tonight. Also on the floor for the starting five for the Hawks: number 40, Katrina Ryan. She is a 5'6" sophomore. Number 50 is Haley Summers. She is a 5'8" sophomore. And number 52, Sydney Tlustis, is a 5'5" junior. For the Mustangs, they come in to today's game with a record of 7 wins and 4 losses, coming off the big win at Alliance on Tuesday night. Starting five for the Mustangs: number 13, Josie Perez. She is a 5'7" junior. Josie averaging 26 points and 4 rebounds per game to lead the Mustang scorers. Number 21 is Ashton Sassy. She is a 5'8" senior. Ashton averaging 7 points per game. Number 22, Carly Hinn, a 5'11" junior, averaging 8 points and 9 rebounds in rough duty down in the post for the Mustangs. Number 24, Kenna Campbell, is a 5'8" junior. She averages 7 points and 5 rebounds per game. And number 45, Keely Campbell, the 6'1" senior. Keely averaging 4 points and 6 rebounds per game. Before we go much further, we need to remind you, or a public service announcement: the Gordon Lions Club will be hosting a pancake feed to benefit the Gordon Theater. That'll be this Sunday from 7:30 till 1:30, and that'll happen at the Gordon United Methodist Church. Again, the Gordon Lions Club pancake feed to benefit the Gordon Theater this Sunday from 7:30 to 1:30. That's at the Gordon United Methodist Church. 8.5 minutes left to go before the opening tip of today's game. The Mustangs back out on the floor wearing the home whites. The Hawks with their visiting dark green uniforms. The band tuned up right next to us. It's a great basketball atmosphere, and glad to have each and every one of you along with us here this evening for basketball action between the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Hay Springs Hawks. Let's step aside one more time. Be back with more pregame activities after a word from Modern Farm.
These are exciting times here at New Holland Agriculture. It's no secret that dealers define who we are. This group of energized businessmen are delivering like never before. And what are they delivering? New products, service, and equipment for people with field smarts just like you.
Let's take this opportunity to thank the sponsors of today's basketball action. The First National Bank in Gordon proudly celebrates over 125 years of locally made decisions and supporting our community. That is the First National Bank in Gordon. Strong Insurance, family owned since 1932. Strong Insurance is your independent insurance company. They offer all forms of insurance. Stop in at 224 North Main Street in Gordon. Fred A. Lockwood & Company, Certified Public Accountants, is proud to sponsor the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. They're a local CPA firm providing Western Nebraska with individual, agricultural, and business tax, accounting, and planning services for over 50 years. And they've got offices in Scottsbluff, Sheridan, Mullen, and of course in Gordon. Contact the Gordon office at 106 North Main Street today. And Gordon True Value in downtown Gordon has everything you need to defrost whatever it is that's been frozen up over the last month or so. Things are looking up as far as temperatures, but that just means all those things that were frozen up have started to thaw out, and you find out where all the breaks are. Stop in and find Buck and his crew at Gordon True Value. They'll get you fixed up. They'll get things defrosted and ready for the next go-round of cold weather. Hins Home Furnishings in Gordon invites you to come and see their completely remodeled store. New items are arriving daily. They have a full line of appliances, sofas, recliners, mattresses, and a whole lot more. And if you don't see exactly what you're looking for, they'll get it for you. And they also have free local delivery. Remember, every dollar you spend locally keeps money in our community. That's Hins Home Furnishings in downtown Gordon. And tax season is just around the corner. Accountant Carol Child is your one-stop resource for all your accounting and tax needs and so much more. Give Carol a call at 282-0842, or you can stop by her office at 216 South Main Street in Gordon. And it pays to have an accountant on your side. Are you looking to buy or sell real estate in the Panhandle? Give Barb Scher a call at 282-1516 and check out her website at scherrealestate.com. That's SCHAER realestate.com. And stop in at Sides and Milburn Ford. Whole lot more than just selling cars. They service them too. They got 3 full-time Ford certified technicians on staff, and they can get your outfit running again, running just like new. Stop in and see the good folks at Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville today. Hay Springs Hawks taking the field, and we are just about ready to get things underway here. 4 minutes and change left to go before the start of today's game. Glad to have you along with us here from Gordon this evening. Programming note, we will be on the road tomorrow at Kimball. We'll be there to bring that basketball action to you from Kimball, the long road trip on a Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon. The JV games will be played at the same time. They start at 2 o'clock in the afternoon and varsity action to follow, so I would assume we'll be on the air somewhere in the 3:30 to 4 o'clock range for the start of the girls' varsity action. The Mustangs will have their hands full. Should be some outstanding basketball from Kimball. Both boys and girls should be a good matchup and exciting viewing, so make sure you tune in tomorrow somewhere between 3:30 and 4 o'clock for pregame, as we'll have both of those varsity games for you, boys and girls, from Kimball tomorrow afternoon. Just about 3 minutes now before the start of the game. We'll step aside one last time and be back and ready for the introductions of the starting lineups here on Sheridan County Journal Star.net.
Putting burgers on the grill and cheese on burgers doesn't just happen. It takes a lot of smart farmers making smart decisions all along the way. We're committed, along with our dealers, to delivering the hay tools and all the other equipment you need to get the job done right. New Holland.
So we're just about ready to get things underway. Let's take one more quick look at the starting lineups for these two teams. Hay Springs with the 1-8 record. Starting lineups tonight, number 10 is Emma Roberts, number 24, Jessie Badge, number 40, Katrina Ryan, number 50, Haley Summers, and number 52, Sydney Telustas. For the Mustangs, it'll be Josie Perez, Ashton Sassy, Carly Hinn, Kenna Campbell, and Keely Campbell, that familiar starting five that we're used to seeing out on the floor for the Mustangs. With that, we will get ready to turn it over to the public address announcer for the national anthem and the introduction of the starting lineups. Apparently the PA announcer didn't get the memo and they're not quite ready to go. Mustangs come into today's game with a 7-4 record, coming off the big win against the Alliance Bulldogs on Tuesday night. They average 56 points a game. The Mustangs also average 14 steals, 37 rebounds per game. They're a strong rebounding team, and they shoot 39% from the field. Now it looks like we are ready to go with the national anthem. And if this is a copyrighted national anthem, no, it won't. We've got the band. So with no further ado, we'll turn it over. the starting lineups, just about ready to get things underway here in Gordon. In case you missed it, we'll run through it one last time. For the Haysprings Hawks, Emma Roberts, Jessie Badge, Katrina Ryan, Haley Summers, and Sydney Tlustis. For the Mustangs, Josie Perez, Ashton Sassy, Carly Hinn, Kenna Campbell, and Keely Campbell on the floor to start things off. Important to note that this is an extremely young Haysprings Hawks team that the Mustangs are matching up against tonight. Just 2 juniors. There's no seniors on the team. 2 juniors and a whole bunch of freshmen and sophomores. And they'll all see the floor, I suspect, before the end of the night, or many of them will. As we are ready to get things going, Emma Roberts jumps it up against Carly Hinn. Carly controls the tip, and the Mustangs will be on offense to get things going here in the first. They find Kenna Campbell to start things off, and Kenna wastes no time dropping in a 3-pointer, and the Mustangs quickly out in front. 7:45 to go. Mustangs up 3-0. Now Kenna Campbell with the steal. Kenna all the way in, off glass. That one won't go, but she'll get the rebound and she'll pull it back out. The Mustangs go to work. Josie Perez in the corner for 3, and that one is good. The Mustangs teeing it up from long range early here, and now the Mustangs will apply full court pressure. The Hawks have not handled full court pressure very well so far this season. And that's 2 turnovers by the Hawks against the press so far here in the early going. Carly Hinn underneath, can't get the shot to go. Keely Campbell retrieves it, turnaround jumper won't go. Carly Hinn is there, but that's blocked by Emma Roberts. And Haysprings controls it. Roberts will bring the ball up the floor, gets it ahead. This is Katrina Ryan. Now she'll find Tlustis, and she'll leave it back for Roberts, but there's Josie Perez with the takeaway. Perez all the way down the floor, lays it up, and good. Josie Perez has 5 quick points and a timeout called on the floor by the Haysprings Hawks. Mustangs out in front 8-0, 6:51 left to go in the first quarter. Did you know Strong Insurance is your independent insurance agency? They represent a variety of insurance companies, and they sell the products that most appropriately meet the needs of their clients. As an independent agent, they review many quotes, and they offer their clients the best policy options available. They don't work for any one insurance company. They work for you at Strong Insurance in downtown Gordon. 6 minutes, 51 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Mustangs out to the quick 8-0 lead. I am Clint Anderson, along with cameraman Jesse Moss and broadcast engineer Jacob Grover, as we bring you fantastic footage here of tonight's game. There's another steal by Kenna Campbell. Misses the shot, but the rebound and the putback is good. And it's 10-0 Mustangs. Now we've got a kicked ball, and Haysprings will inbound it again. 6:40 to go, first quarter. Roberts on the inbounds. Looks. She goes over the top, and she finds Summers. Back to Roberts. Roberts on the dribble. Works against Josie Perez. Gets a little bit of space, but not much. Now she goes down low. This is Summers. Summers has her shot blocked by Keely Campbell, and quickly out to Ashton Sassy. 3-on-1. Sassy feeds it to Perez. Off glass. Good. 3 Mustangs running the floor well that time. Roberts thought about the long pass. Now she directs some traffic and finds Tlustis on the other side of the timeline. Across to Ryan. Ryan passed down low for Summers. Can't do anything with it. Kicks it back out to Ryan. And now Roberts. Roberts tries to get it down low for Haley Summers and can't get it done. Now quickly out, the Mustangs run it again, a 4-on-1. Try to feed it down underneath, and good defense that time by Emma Roberts. Able to get a foot in that passing lane and prevent the easy basket. It's off of her, and it'll be Mustang basketball as Tlustis comes out, and into the game is Tana Badge, the junior. There's another 3-pointer by Kenna Campbell. That misses everything. The rebound and the putback by Ashton Sassy won't go. And now Jessie Badge loses it, and the Mustangs will get it back. Perez tees it up for 3. That's off the mark, no good. And it's rebounded by Katrina Ryan. Up the floor comes Emma Roberts, and she's going to draw the foul. Emma Roberts will head to the free throw line for 2. Give that foul to Kenna Campbell. That is her first. 12-0, 5:26 left to go in the first quarter. Roberts lines it up, and the first one is short. Now into the game comes Callie Schultz and Rianne Ferguson. The freshmen come in to replace Sassy and Keely Campbell in the lineup. The two Mustang freshmen that have got a lot of quality playing time so far in this season. Be good experience for down the road as Kenna Campbell just about loses her balance and falls into the lane. The second free throw is no good. And Perez brings it up the floor, kicks it back for Kenna Campbell. Kenna back to Josie. Inside for Carly Hinn, and that is going to be just out of bounds. Ferguson tried to save that back in, but couldn't quite get it done. As the Hawks get the Mustangs to turn it over. Quickly into Roberts. Now ahead to Jessie Badge. She'll go over the top to Haley Summers. Good job of breaking the press that time by the Hawks. Summers finds Jessie Badge, but she has it taken away by Perez. Now Perez comes down the floor, works around Tana Badge, lays it up and in. Tana Badge was there and had position. Now another steal. Josie can't convert on that one. Emma Roberts lost it, got it back, and then throws it away. Carly Hinn with the steal. Down low for Perez. She finds Schultz cutting to the basket, and Callie Schultz lays that one in, and good. And now another scramble, a wrestling match, and a tie-up. It'll be Haysprings basketball on the alternating possession. 4 minutes, 28 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Roberts gets it ahead. And this is Ashley Agler into the game. Finds Haley Summers, and Summers is blocked out of bounds by Callie Schultz. Callie able to get back and knock that one down. A big block that time. Maintains that 16-0 lead with 4:21 left to go in the first quarter. Into the corner for Tlustis, back onto the floor now. She'll go down low for Summers. She'll kick it out. And now across, Tana Badge from the elbow. Up and good. So Tana Badge puts the Hawks on the board, 16-2 with 4:05 left to go in the first quarter. Callie Schultz now triggers it for the Mustangs. Perez on the wing, skips it across to Kenna Campbell. Long three-pointer for Kenna, in and out, no good. And out of bounds off of Carly Hinn. It'll be Haysprings basketball, 3:53 left to go. Now Keely Campbell back into the game. Carly Hinn will get a little bit of a breather. Tana Badge inbounds it, gets it to Emma Roberts. She tries to pass that back to Badge, but it's knocked out of bounds by Perez. Hawks maintain possession. Here's Tana Badge ahead to Agler, loses the handle, gets it back, a collision. Now Agler gets it, now back to Badge. Skips it across to Tlustis. Now to Tana Badge. Emma Roberts, catch, shoot. That one won't go. Battle for the rebound. Foul called. And it'll be on one of the Hawks. Give that to... No, it's on one of the Mustangs. They give it to Callie Schultz. That is her first. So Carly Hinn back in. Rianne Ferguson now out. 3:32 to go, first quarter. 16-2. Summers catches, shoots off the inbounds pass and knocks it down. Haley Summers on the board for the first time tonight. 16-4 with 3:25 left to go in the first quarter. Kenna Campbell leaves it back for Schultz into the corner for Perez. Around to Kenna Campbell, and now here's Hinn on the wing. Now they swing it back around. Schultz now back to Kenna Campbell. Into the corner for Perez. Her shot off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by Tana Badge, and then a reach-in foul by Schultz. That'll be her second. Callie Schultz picks up number 2. Second team foul on the Mustangs. Haysprings yet to commit a foul in this first quarter. 3:02 left to go in the first. Roberts across to Tana Badge, and that one's taken away by Carly Hinn. Perez, shot up and good. Josie Perez with 11 points in the early going, 18-4, under 3 to go in the first quarter. Here's Tlustis on the wing. Tries to go inside for Summers on the entry pass, but she'll get it back. Bounce pass across to Roberts from the elbow, shot up, that missed badly. Rebounded by the Mustangs. Kenna Campbell up the floor. She finds Carly Hinn, and Carly's going to be fouled by Tana Badge. They're going to say she was in the act of shooting. So Tana picks up her first, and Carly Hinn to the line for 2 free throws. 2:29 to go, first quarter. Mustangs out in front 18-4. Carly's first free throw is off the back iron and no good. So Callie Schultz out. And Ashton Sassy back in to take her place. Hinn's second free throw rattles home. Makes it 19-4. Under 2:30 to go in the first quarter. Roberts heaves it out to Summers off her fingertips and out of bounds. Mustang basketball. The Mustang press making life difficult for the Hay Springs Hawks in the first quarter. Now Sassy to set it up. Works between the circles on the wing for Perez. Hands it off to Hinn. Hinn drives baseline. Underneath for Perez. Nowhere to go with it. Flips it out to Kenna Campbell. Thought about the three. Now she'll drive to the free throw line. Ashton Sassy with a little floater. That won't go. Carly Hinn with a putback, and that's no good. Rebounded by Tana Badge for the Mustangs. Or Tana Badge for the Hawks, excuse me. Now here's another steal. Josie Perez back the other way, 2-on-2, and Carly Hinn is fouled. That'll be Tana Badge's second foul of the night. And Carly back to the free throw line where she's 1 for 2 this evening. .154 left to go in the first quarter. Mustangs out in front 19-4. Carly Hinn, nothing but net on that one. Jessie Badge in. Tana Badge heads to the bench. And Carly lines up the second. That one in and out, no good, but there's Keely Campbell with the rebound and the putback for 2 more. 22-4. We're under 1:45 left to go. Summers takes the inbounds pass and gets it back to Emma Roberts. Roberts ahead to Jessie Badge. And no traveling call that time. Lucky for Jessie. Here's Sydney Telustis. Now back to Jessie Badge. Tries to work it inside for Haley Summers. That's taken away. Now a 3-on-0 as Kenna Campbell coasts down the floor and lays that one in for 2 more. She's got 7. 1:20 to go, 24-4. And that time they will get Jessie for the traveling call. And Jessie, of course, just a freshman. Learning on the fly, as they say. Here's a 3-pointer on the way from Perez. That won't go, but it's rebounded by Sassy. Top of the key for Kenna Campbell. Kenna works into the lane, flips it down low for Perez. Perez in traffic, partially blocked, and then Keely Campbell's going to reach in and get a foul. That'll be her first. Keely comes out, Rhiann Ferguson back in. Now Callie Schultz checks in, and Josie Perez to the bench. 1 minute left to go in this first quarter. 24-4 is the score. It's been all Mustangs so far in this one. Here's Agler taking that inbounds pass, working her way up the floor. Now contact and the takeaway by Ferguson. Here's Schultz now. Hands it off to Sassy, pull-up jumper. That won't go, rebounded by Agler. And tries to get it to Emma Roberts off her fingertips and out of bounds. They'll turn it back over to the Mustangs. Now DeLynn Rodriguez into the game for the Mustangs as Kenna Campbell goes to the bench. DeLynn, a 5'5" sophomore. And there's a shot, a 3-pointer by Ashton Sassy. She had 3 of them Tuesday night in Alliance. 27-4, under 30 seconds to go. Agler with the left hand drives in, shot up, and they're going to say offensive foul as she was trying to get some room and pushed off with the elbow. Guarded closely by Rhiann Ferguson, and Agler gets the offensive foul. 27-4, 27 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Sassy and Hinn out. And now we've got Cheyenne DeVille. She's number 14. And number 40 is Gracie Perez. And both of those freshmen as well. So a whole herd of freshmen and one sophomore on the floor for the Mustangs in the first quarter here. That one's out of bounds off of the Hawks. 16 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Coach Randy Holbert developing some depth and some experience in these young players. Varsity action this evening. Perez has that three-pointer blocked, picked up by Tlustus. Summers nearly had it taken away. Now the long pass and lost out of bounds off of Katrina Ryan. It'll be Mustang basketball with 4 seconds in the quarter. Schultz not sure about the clock. Perez puts it up at the buzzer off the back iron and no good. At the end of the first quarter, it's Gordon-Rushville 27 and Hay Springs 4.
New Holland is the undisputed leader in hay tools. We give farmers a wide range of innovative equipment that increases efficiency and productivity all year round. Because to us, smart means providing a smooth, clean cut with faster dry down, plug-free conditioning, and superior bale density. And smart means leaving less hay on the field to feed more livestock in less time. The gold standard has been raised. Visit your local New Holland dealer today.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Ready to get the second quarter underway. 27-4 is the score. The Mustangs out to the big early lead. A very, very young and inexperienced Hay Springs team learning the hard way here this evening against the Mustangs. Into the corner for Perez for three. That one's too hard, and the long rebound comes back out to Josie Perez, keeps the dribble. They try to go back inside. That's taken away by Summers. And now Emma Roberts up the floor for the Hay Springs Hawks. Hay Springs wants to run. Emma pushes the pace, spin move, but she traveled. It was a nice thought. It was a nifty looking spin move, but one too many steps in the process, and they'll turn it back over to the Mustangs. 7:40 to go, second quarter. Campbell to Perez in the corner. They go down inside for Hinn, but it's off her fingers and out of bounds. So the Mustangs not able to score in their first two possessions of the second quarter. 7:30 left to go in the second. Now the Mustangs are going to pick up that defense at about three-quarter court. Bounce pass across to Ryan. Now down low for Summers, out of bounds. Who's it off of? Off of one of the Mustangs. It'll be Hawk basketball with 7:18 to go in the second quarter. Jacob says it was off of Kenna Campbell on the defense that time. Good inbounds pass that time to Haley Summers, up and good. So Haley Summers with 4 points, and it's 27-6 as we approach the 7-minute mark. Perez on the wing, skips it all the way across to Sassy. Back to the top of the key to Kenna Campbell. Sassy inside for Keely Campbell. Turnaround jumper, that missed. And Carly Hinn can't get a grip on the rebound. It's out of bounds, and it'll be Hay Springs basketball as now the Mustangs have taken off the full court pressure, instead picking up Hay Springs at about three-quarter court. Now Roberts is in trouble. She picked up her dribble, but she's able to find Haley Summers, and there's another takeaway, but right back into the hands of Jessie Badge. Jessie to Tlustus. They go inside for Summers. That one's blocked off the side of the backboard, and now it's a foot race for it. Sassy and Katrina Ryan battling for it. Perez gets into the fray, feeds it ahead to Ashton Sassy. Shot up, that one won't go. Jessie Badge back on defense to block that shot. Made Ashton alter the shot and prevents the point for the Mustangs. So good job by the freshman getting back on defense. 6:14 to go, inside for Summers. That shot's no good, rebounded by Kenna Campbell, and back the other way come the Mustangs. And now we've got a blocking foul going to be called on Jessie Badge. That'll be her first. We mentioned it earlier. Of those of you watching who watched some of our Hay Springs broadcasts a year ago, Jessie Badge, the freshman, she was our camera operator last year for the great majority of our Hay Springs broadcasts, and glad to have the opportunity to get to know Jessie. She did a great job, and I know she was excited about being able to get out onto the floor this year, and good to see her out there having some fun and playing some basketball. 6:07 left to go in the second quarter. The Mustangs lead at 27-6. Hins Hardware in Rushville has a huge selection of items. That includes cookware, appliances, tools, and toys. They've got everything you might need in there. And they've also got some bikes and ride-on toys as well. Stop in and see everybody at the Hins Hardware store in downtown Rushville. 6:07 left to go second quarter. Back onto the floor after the 30-second timeout. Mustangs lead this one by 21. Not quite midway through the second quarter. Perez kicks it out into the corner for Kenna Campbell. Sassy, now they swing it around to Perez at the top of the key. Leaves it for Hin. Into the corner for Kenna Campbell. Three-pointer on the way. That one is off the mark, no good. Josie Perez pull-up jumper. That one won't go. And a tie-up, and it will be Hay Springs Hawk basketball on the alternating possession. 5:45 to go in the second quarter. Roberts picks up her dribble. That one's tipped by Perez. Quickly back to Perez. Good job of Emma Roberts that time getting the block on Perez on the layup. Emma quickly down the floor. And I think she's going to be fouled. They're going to say the foul is on the floor. And that's on Keely Campbell, and that'll be her second. 5:30 to go second quarter, 27-6. Emma Roberts heads to the bench. She'll get a well-deserved break. Tlustus to the free throw line for Jessie Badge. Tries to get that entry pass down low to Sister Tana Badge, but it's taken away by the Mustangs. Quickly ahead to Perez. No-look pass inside. Hin couldn't handle it. It ended up in the hands of Keely Campbell, and she is fouled on the shot. Give that foul to Ashley Agler, I believe, and that is her second. And it puts Keely Campbell at the line for two free throws. Keely makes the first, gives her 3 points on the evening. 5:16 left to go in the second quarter. Second free throw, no good. Rebounded by Tana Badge for the Hawks. Ahead to Tlustus, but she overshoots. And Ashton Sassy had to do some quick calculations as she was about to go out of bounds. Instead, she turns it over. Badge has her shot blocked out of bounds. And it'll stay with the Hawks. This will be Katrina Ryan on the inbounds. Over the top she goes to Tana Badge. Flips it out to Jessie. Now that one is nearly taken away. Tana Badge gets it back. Tlustus just inside the three-point line. Now Tana Badge from three. That one's in and out, no good. Rebounded by Kenna Campbell. Quickly ahead to Josie Perez behind the defense with the left hand up and good. 4:40 to go, 30-6. Across the timeline to Jessie Badge. She'll drive in, pull-up jumper. That's blocked by Kenna Campbell. And pulled out of there by Sassy, and now a reach-in foul is going to be called. And that's going to be Jessie Badge picking up her second foul. We'll check that. That was Sydney Tlustus that they gave that to, and that is her first. So Badge out. Emma Roberts back in. Perez for three. Good. Nothing but the bottom of the net that time for Josie Perez. 33-6. 4:10 to go in the quarter. Emma Roberts picks up her dribble, but she gets it ahead to Tana Badge. She'll drive to the baseline, tries to feed it inside for Agler. Ball loose on the floor, picked up by Ryan. Goes back inside for Agler. She has to kick it out to Tana Badge. She has it stripped away, and it's picked up and controlled by the Mustangs. Josie Perez pushes the pace across to Carly Hin. Carly with the lay-in and the easy two. That's Carly's first field goal of the game. She's got 4 points to go, 2 points to go along with her 2 free throws. 35-6 with 3:35 to go, and Kenna Campbell's going to draw a foul here, or commit the foul. That is Kenna's second, and it will put Tana Badge at the free throw line. First one falls in, that is good. Makes it 35-7. 5 fresh players onto the floor for the Mustangs. Rodriguez, Ferguson, DeVille, Gracie Perez, and Callie Schultz. 4 freshmen and a sophomore on the floor for the Mustangs. Agler into the lane early. Free throw won't count as Badge misses everything, and Mustangs take over. So this is Schultz to trigger it for this young Mustang group. On the wing, now down low into the corner for Gracie Perez. DeVille to the top of the key, that's Ferguson. Back to Perez. Now DeVille, one dribble and gets it back to Callie Schultz. Left hand into the lane, shot up. That won't go, rebounded by Tana Badge. Now Tana pushes it up the floor. Finds Roberts, up with the left hand, and good. Emma Roberts on the board for the first time tonight, 35-9. 3 minutes left to go before the half. Schultz on the wing. Now the three-pointer by Gracie Perez. That one's no good. And the rebound by Emma Roberts. Roberts tried to get it over to Agler. She wasn't quite ready for that pass, I don't think. Off her hands and out of bounds. They'll turn it back over to the Mustangs with 2:41 to go. So here's Schultz setting it up. Rodriguez into the corner for Perez. To DeVille, and they'll swing it all the way around to Callie Schultz. She'll curl into the lane, kicks it out for Perez. Now Rodriguez and back to DeVille between the circles. Schultz drives into the lane and kicks it out to Perez. Finds Rodriguez, free throw line jumper, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Schultz. That one won't go. Here's Katrina Ryan pulling down that rebound for the Hawks. Quickly ahead to Emma Roberts. Takes that outlet pass, shot up, and good. A blocking foul called. Well, I think they're going to count the basket. Count the basket. Emma Roberts gets the basket and a chance at the free throw. And I think that is the third. It is the third foul on Callie Schultz. So the starting 5 back in for the Mustangs with 2:01 to go. 1 free throw and the chance to complete the three-point play for Emma Roberts. 2:01 left to go, second quarter. Free throw up and good. 35-12. Kenna Campbell sets it up for the Mustangs. Ashton Sassy on the wing. They go high post for Hinn. Finds Kenna Campbell cutting to the hoop, and that's blocked by Tana Badge, but she stepped on the end line as she tried to save it back in. Mustang basketball with 1:48 to go in the half. Ashton Sassy for the three off of the inbounds pass, but that won't go. And the long rebound controlled by Kenna Campbell and the Mustangs. 1:40 left to go, second quarter. Three-pointer by Josie Perez this time, and that one is good. Her third three of the half makes it 38-12. We're under a minute and a half left to go in the second quarter. Roberts backs it back out, guarded closely by Josie Perez. Roberts drives in, gets the pick. Free throw line jumper for Telustis off the glass, and good. Sydney Telustis onto the board. 38-14 with 1:10 to go. So Haysprings hanging in there. Perez flips it out to Sassy and across to Kenna Campbell. Into the corner for Perez. Another three on the way. That one's off the mark. Rebounded by Tana Badge. Ryan with a quick outlet pass to Summers. She'll track that one down. Leaves it out for Roberts. Back to Summers. Summers, one dribble, shot up. That won't go. And Keely Campbell with the rebound. The quick outlet pass caught Josie Perez by surprise. Mustangs control it. Perez flips it across to Sassy. Now back out for Kenna Campbell. Thought about the long three-pointer, passed it up. Drives in, now she'll pull it back out. Across to Perez. 25 seconds left to go in the half. Now Hinn in the corner. That one's tipped and taken away by the Hawks. 20 seconds for Hay Springs to work. Roberts all the way down the floor. Little runner off glass and good. It didn't look very pretty, but it went in. And with 8 seconds left to go, 38-16. 5 seconds now. 3 seconds. Kenna Campbell at the buzzer with a long three is good. Chalk that one up. 3 more for Kenna Campbell at the half. It's Gordon-Rushville 41 and Hay Springs 16. We'll be right back with some unofficial first half scoring totals after this.
The way we see it, if you're going to call something smart, it better help you get real work done. Help you grow food, feed, and energy independence. Help you get the most with the latest precision farming technology while doing the job right and on time. From combines to tractors to hay tools. Visit your New Holland dealer today to see equipment built New Holland smart.
Visit your authorized dealer today.
New Holland.
Let's take a look at some unofficial scoring totals. I wasn't on the whole ride, was I? I just viewed that, did you? I just got done running through some unofficial scoring totals and realized that we had the sound muted. So we'll see if we can't rectify that here. Let's try this again. Unofficial scoring totals at the half for the Mustangs. Josie Perez leads the way with 19 points. She's got 3 3-pointers and 5 2-point field goals to go along with it for 19 points to lead all scorers in the first half. Kenna Campbell with 10 points. Carly Hinn has 4. Ashton Sassy and Keely Campbell each with 3. Callie Schultz with 2 for the Mustangs. For the Hay Springs Hawks, Emma Roberts leads the way with 7 points. Haley Summers has 4. Tana Badge with 3 and Sydney Tlustis with 2. Fouls for the Mustangs. Callie Schultz has 3. Kenna Campbell with 2 and Keely Campbell also with 2. For the Hay Springs Hawks, Tana Badge and Ashley Agler each with 2 fouls. Jessie Badge and Sydney Tlustis each with 1. We'll turn the external microphone on here and let you enjoy the sounds of the Mustang band for just a little bit here, as we're now 6.5 minutes left to go before the start of the third quarter. Once in a while I'll see it sneak up and do that, but it hasn't last. It's been sitting on 480, yeah. So the Gordon-Rushville Mustang Band entertaining us here at halftime. Just under 2 minutes now left before the start of the third quarter. Mustangs comfortably out in front, 41-16. We'll take a quick rundown of the unofficial scoring in case you missed it earlier. For the Mustangs, Josie Perez with 19 points to lead all scorers in the first half. Kenna Campbell added 10. Keely Campbell and Ashton Sassy each with 3 points. Carly Hinn had 4, and Callie Schultz with 2 for the Mustangs. For the Hay Springs Hawks, Emma Roberts leads the way. She's got 7 points. Haley Summers with 4, Tana Badge with 3, and Sydney Telustis with 2. Along with Jacob Grover and Jesse Moss, I am Clint Anderson. Glad to bring you more Mustang basketball and Hay Springs Hawk basketball. We did an awful lot of Hay Springs games a year ago, and just not in the cards this season. We certainly apologize for that. Always enjoy doing the Hay Springs Hawks games, and good to get back together with them and get reacquainted and renew some old friendships before the games here this evening. The Hay Springs, the girls, come into tonight's game with a season record, I believe, 1-9. I think they lost to Cody Kilgore last night. Very young Hay Springs Hawk basketball team. No seniors on this team. Just 2 juniors, 3 sophomores, and a couple of freshmen. And so not a whole lot of bodies for the Hay Springs Hawks to work with. But they're battling hard and hanging in there. They trail at 41-16. We're ready to get the third quarter underway. And away we go. Mustangs with the basketball to start things off here in the third. Sassy on the wing, into the corner for Josie Perez. Up top for Kenna Campbell. They swing it around quickly. Sassy in the other corner now. Hay Springs playing a zone. That shot won't go by Perez. And down the floor comes Katrina Ryan. Now she'll pick her dribble up and kick it back out to Tana Badge. Across to Roberts. In low for Sydney Telustis. Kicks it back out to Roberts. Roberts wanted the cross-court pass. Thought better of it. Now that one's taken away. Here comes Perez. A 1-on-2. Perez threads the needle and can't get it to fall. But there's Ashton Sassy with the rebound and the putback. Ashton's got 5 in the game, 43-16, with 7:10 to go in the third quarter. Ryan skips it across to Tana Badge. Down low for Summers. Mustangs playing this 1-3-1 zone. Inside for Telustis. She can't handle it, but Summers comes up with the loose ball, and now Ashton Sassy and Tana Badge tied up. It'll be Hay Springs basketball on the alternating possession. 6:50 to go, third quarter, 43-16. Badge to Roberts, free throw line. That one's off the back iron and no good. Rebounded by Kenna Campbell, comes out of there with it. Quickly ahead to Carly Hinn. She finds Josie Perez, too hard. Tipped around, and it'll be out of bounds. Hay Springs basketball. 6:34 left in this third quarter. Roberts crosses the timeline. Mustangs have got rid of that full court pressure that they were playing early on. Dropping back into just that 1-3-1 half court defense. Summers' shot won't go, but it's tipped out and rebounded by Katrina Ryan. And now we've got a traveling call on Ryan that'll give it back to the Mustangs. Callie Schultz back into the game. Ashton Sassy heads to the bench. So now Callie Schultz will trigger the offense. They'll work against the 2-3 zone of Hay Springs. Kenna Campbell between the circles and over to Schultz. Now back to Perez and back to Schultz. Mustangs playing catch out top. Perez at the top of the key. Mustangs not got a whole lot of movement going on offense this time around. Perez back to the top of the key and back to Kenna Campbell. Into the corner for Hinn. Back out to Perez. Callie Schultz and around to Kenna Campbell. Tees it up for three. And that's off the back iron, no good. Josie Perez with the rebound, the putback, and she is fouled. Josie Perez to the free throw line. Josie didn't shoot a free throw in the first half. Misses the first here, and that foul called on Haley Summers, and that is her first. Perez lines up the second, and she missed them both. Tana Badge with the rebound, but then she throws it away on the outlet pass. Hinn comes up with it. Now Kenna Campbell into the corner for Perez. Cross-court pass. Now back to Kenna Campbell. Schultz on the wing into the corner for Hinn. Hinn will drive to the baseline. Inside for Kenna Campbell, cutting to the hoop. Couldn't convert, but she is fouled on the putback. And Kenna now will have two free throws. That foul, I think, goes against Emma Roberts. It is, and it is her first. Kenna's first free throw, no good. And back into the game comes Ashley Agler. She'll give Tana Badge a rest. 5:06 to go in the third quarter. Second free throw, back iron, no good. Rebounded by Roberts. Roberts now going to try and pull it back. Loses the handle, out of bounds. Who's it off of? Off of Roberts. It'll be Mustang basketball. Emma had some pressure right in her face. Josie Perez giving her everything she could handle, and she dribbled it off her foot and out of bounds. Sassy in, Keely Campbell out. Josie Perez and Callie Schultz playing catch. Now they go high post for Hinn. Into the corner for Kenna Campbell. Tried to pass it underneath. Somehow controlled by Perez, but she steps out of bounds, and it'll be Hay Springs Hawk basketball with 4:44 left to go in the third. So Emma Roberts brings it up, crosses the timeline, and Hay Springs goes to work against this 1-3-1 zone of the Mustangs, and that one's thrown away. Kenna Campbell comes up with the steal. Throws that one right between Hinn and Perez. Out of bounds, turnover on the Mustangs. Now Jessie Badge comes in to take the place of Katrina Ryan in the Hay Springs lineup. 43-16, we're just rolling under the 4:20 mark in the third quarter. On the wing for Jessie Badge. Finds Roberts at the free throw line, in the lane, shot up, and she is fouled. Give that foul to Carly Hinn. That is her first. And Emma Roberts at the free throw line for two. She's 1 for 3 so far this evening. First one is good. Makes it 43-17. (43-17) with one more free throw coming. And that one's off the front of the rim and no good. Quickly down the floor come the Mustangs. Kenna Campbell all the way in. That shot won't go. Rebounded by Agler. Agler started up floor and then had it poked out of the hands by Callie Schultz. They'll feed Schultz. Shot up off glass. That one's no good. Rebounded by Emma Roberts. Emma quickly up the floor for the Hawks to the free throw line. Shot up. That one won't go. Nifty move in the lane, but she couldn't convert. Now ahead to Hinn. That pass too far. And Hinn can't get back to that one. It's out of bounds. And it'll be Hay Springs basketball. Now the Mustangs to bring in a bunch of fresh bodies here. Rodriguez, DeVille, Gracie Perez, and Ferguson come in. Josie Perez, Kenna Campbell, Ashton Sassy, and Carly Hinn head to the bench. So back to the young bunch here for the Mustangs. Tana Badge drives to the wing. Baseline for Jessie Badge. Nice feed underneath for Agler. Shot up with the left hand, won't go. It was a good look that time. They did everything but get it into the hoop. DeVille quickly up the floor. Schultz kicks it out. This is Rodriguez. Her shot misses everything, but rebounded by Ferguson, and it's tipped out of bounds by the Hawks. 43-17 with 3:09 left to go in the third quarter. Gracie Perez inbounds it over the top to Callie Schultz. It's back to the corner for Perez. Now Rodriguez, DeVille, Perez for three. No good, but there's Ferguson with the rebound. Mustangs continue the possession. Callie Schultz has it. Now to Cheyenne DeVille. Gracie Perez to Rodriguez, quickly around to Callie Schultz, off glass, that one won't go. And rebounded by Ferguson again, hands it off to Perez. She can't get the shot to go, tipped out of bounds. Haysprings basketball with 2:34 left to go in the third quarter. Roberts down low for Agler, good look, just couldn't convert again. Battle for it underneath, and another Ferguson rebound, and a reach-in foul called on one of the Hawks. That foul is against Ashley Agler, and that is her third. 2:21 to go in the third quarter. Schultz triggers it. Rodriguez to Ferguson. Now back up to DeVille. That pass tipped by Roberts, but Schultz tracks it down. Drives to the baseline, flips it inside, and tipped out of bounds by Agler. Good defense inside that time by the Hawks. And now into the game comes India Ritgarn for the Hawks. That pass over the head of Ritgarn and out of bounds. It'll be Mustang basketball. Up top for Roberts. She is fouled. I give that foul to Carly Hinn. That is her second. And it puts Emma Roberts back at the line again for two more shots. Emma 2 for 5, on the evening. First one falls in. Now back up to 50% at 3 for 6. Schultz in and Ritgarn out for the Mustangs. 43-18, 1:48 to go in the third quarter. Emma Roberts' second free throw off the front of the rim, no good. Battle for it there, and a jump ball. It'll be Mustang basketball. Callie Schultz brings it up the floor. The Mustangs certainly could have made this a bigger blowout and shortened the game by getting to the 40-point mercy rule here in the second half, but they've played these younger players and given them an opportunity to get some game experience, and that is invaluable as they go forward in their basketball careers. That one off the hands of Haley Summers and out of bounds. Mustang basketball with 1:22 to go in the third quarter. So these young Mustangs getting some playing time in varsity action. Here's DeVille between the circles. That one's poked away by Roberts, but tracked down by Rodriguez. Into the corner for Perez. Inside for Ferguson, and the reach-in foul called on Tana Badge. That will be the third foul on Badge. And now the Mustang starters back into the game to give the freshmen and sophomores a breather. 1:05 to go, third quarter. Mustangs know they've got a big game tomorrow afternoon against the Kimball Longhorns, trying to keep everybody fresh and more importantly, everybody healthy. Now we've got a 3-point violation called on Carly Hinn with 57 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Roberts hung up now, and she'll find Jessie Badge. Jessie on the wing. Gets it back to Katrina Ryan, who loses it out of bounds. It'll be Mustang basketball. So 40 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Sassy sets it up between the circles. 1-4 high setup for the Mustangs. Kenna Campbell feeds Keely Campbell with 30 seconds left to go. Now here's Hinn on the wing. They'll swing it around into the corner for Kenna Campbell. Puts it on the floor and kicks it across. Free throw line jumper for Josie Perez. That won't go, but a foul is called on the rebound. That'll go against the Mustangs. And that is on Keely Campbell, and that is her third, with 18 seconds left to go in the third quarter. So Roberts directs traffic, working against the pressure, and Sydney Telustis comes up with it. 11 seconds. They shovel it out to Ryan. Tries to kick it back up top, but there is Josie Perez. Perez all the way in. Shot won't go. Gets the rebound, and that shot at the buzzer, but just a little bit too late. At the end of three, it's the Mustangs 43 and the Hay Springs Hawks 18.
Putting burgers on the grill and cheese on burgers doesn't just happen. It takes a lot of smart farmers making smart decisions all along the way. We're committed, along with our dealers, to delivering the hay tools and all the other equipment you need to get the job done right. New Holland.
Tax season is just around the corner, folks, and accountant Carol Child is your one-stop resource for all your accounting and tax needs and a whole lot more. You can give her a call at 282-0842, or you can stop by her office at 216 South Main Street in Gordon. And it pays to have an accountant on your side. 8 minutes on the clock, fourth quarter left to go here, 43-18. 4 team fouls against Hay Springs, 3 team fouls against the Mustangs. It's been a well-played game so far. Not a whole lot of fouls or stoppages in play as we get the fourth quarter underway. Inside to Jessie Badge, kicks it out to Tana Badge, and that pass is taken away by none other than Josie Perez. Down the floor, lays it up, and good. Those actually are the first 2 points of the second half for Josie Perez. That gives her 21 on the game. 7:35 to go. Ryan has that pass taken away, and then a reach-in foul called on Telustis. Sydney Telustis picks up her second. Summers back into the game, Ryan out. 7.5 to go, fourth quarter. Into the corner for Perez. Now back up between the circles for Sassy and around to Kenna Campbell. Into the right corner for Hinn and skips it across to Sassy. Down on the baseline is Kenna Campbell into the lane. Shot up and good. The little runner finds its way home. Kenna's got 12, 47-18. Kenna averages about 7 points a game, so well above her average that time. That one thrown at the feet of Emma Roberts. Now a 3-on-none. Carly Hinn ahead, and she can't get a grip on it. Slips out of bounds. Hay Springs basketball. That one was too easy. Oh, Emma Roberts across to Jessie Badge. The freshman into the corner for Telustis. Telustis looks, tries to feed it inside. It comes all the way through to Tana Badge. Now she's hung up. And a timeout called by the Hay Springs bench as Tana Badge was hung up, nowhere to go with it. Timeout on the floor. 6:35 to go, fourth quarter. 47-18, Mustangs out in front. And Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville is sponsoring a half-court shot at halftime of all the remaining home games, during halftime of the boys' game of all the remaining home games, where a lucky person will be chosen to attempt a half-court shot and a chance to win $500. This is a way for school groups to raise a little bit of extra money, and we've got a group that's trying to pay their way to Washington, D.C. this summer, and that's who the shot will benefit at halftime of the boys' game this evening. And that, of course, is all sponsored by Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville. A chance to win $500, one half-court shot. One lucky winner will be chosen to attempt that. If they make it, $500 from Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville. So thanks to Chris Heiser and everybody there at Sides and Milburn. 6:35 to go, fourth quarter. Haysprings to inbound it. They get it into Tlustus. She turns and looks and tied up, lost out of bounds. They'll say off of Haysprings, Mustang basketball. Sassy crosses the timeline. Down into the corner for Perez. She tries the three, rattles that one home. 6:19 to go, 50-18 now. Roberts inside for Summers. Into the lane, shot up, that won't go, rebounded by Kenna Campbell. Kenna quickly up the floor, feeds it through, nice pass to Carly Hinn, and two. So give the assist that time to Kenna Campbell. A beautiful bounce pass inside, found Hinn under the basket. And the Mustangs extend the lead. That one's taken away by Keely Campbell, but taken right back by Summers. Summers, the shot up, that one won't go. And the Mustangs come out of there, control it again. Here's Perez. Perez all the way in, shot up, and good. Josie Perez was 7 here in the second half, right at her season average of 26. Tlustus over the top to Summers, but tipped out of bounds by Carly Hinn. It'll stay with the Hawks. Agler will check back in. Tlustus out. 5:25 left to go in the game. Inside to Summers, and she is pushed by Keely Campbell on the shot. Keely just picked up her fourth. As we look ahead to tomorrow, the Mustangs will have their hands full as Kimball with a pair of very good post players. Danica Dahm, the 6-foot senior, averages about 19 points a game. And then the 5'10" Alex Reeder. She is a freshman. She averages also well up into the double digits. Both free throws are good, 54-19. 5:17 to go in the fourth quarter. So the Mustangs getting ready for some tough work inside, and another three as Josie Perez has been on fire tonight. That is her 5th three-point basket of the contest. 57-19, 5 minutes left to go in this one. Emma Roberts, nice look inside, but can't get it to fall. Mustangs quickly out ahead. Here's Perez again, back behind the defense, lays it up and good for two more. And that'll make it 59-19. And the 40-point lead does mean the running clock now. And the youth group back in for the Mustangs. DeVille, Rodriguez, Ferguson, Schultz, Gracie Perez back on the floor. And that'll probably be the end of the night for the Mustang starters. That one's rebounded by Callie Schultz. And Callie quickly up the left side. Now she'll slow it down, now accelerates down to the baseline. Underneath, shot, tried to go up and under with it, but that one's blocked. Tana Badge comes away with it. Hands it off to Emma Roberts with 4 minutes left to go. And Haysprings back to work on offense. Roberts goes down low for Summers and lays it up and in. A good look that time, and Summers laid that one home. 59-21. Rodriguez on the wing to Perez and around to DeVille. Now on the baseline for Schultz and back to Perez. Rodriguez, now Ferguson on the wing. Ferguson loses the handle, now loses her balance, finds Perez in the corner, three-pointer. That one's off the back iron and no good. And rebounded by Roberts. Roberts up the floor, guarded closely by Rodriguez. Now Badge shot in, up and good. Tana Badge with the runner. She's got 5 points on the night, makes it 59-23. 3:10 to go in the fourth. Schultz on the wing for Rodriguez. And back to DeVille between the circles. Schultz on the wing. Rodriguez and back to Schultz. Working against this zone defense, just playing catch out front, trying to get somebody open in the middle of that 2-3 zone. DeVille now down in the corner for Ferguson. She'll flip it up top, and now they'll swing it around. Back to DeVille on the wing. They go inside the high post for Ferguson, and a foul is called on the Hawks. Foul is called on Emma Roberts. That is her second. 59-23. And now Roberts the other way, and now she's going to be run into from behind as Callie Schultz was hot on her trail trying to get that steal. And Schultz picks up her fourth foul. 2 minutes left to go in this one. They try to go inside to Agler, but that's taken away. Tana Badge comes up with it. They go inside for Agler. She puts it up and good. Ashley Agler with her first points of the game, 59-25. 1:45 to go in the fourth quarter. This is DeVille. Schultz and around to Rodriguez. The three of them will play catch out top. This is Schultz in the middle and over to Rodriguez on the wing and back to Schultz. Under a minute and a half. Mustangs not doing much here. Ferguson, turnaround jumper from the elbow. That won't go, and tipped out of bounds by Rodriguez. It'll be Hayes Springs basketball with 1:15 to go. And even though the score is less than 40 points, the clock runs, I think, probably by mutual agreement. They go inside for Summers, turnaround jumper, and she is fouled. So Haley Summers will go to the free throw line. Haley 2 for 2 from the line tonight. That's the first foul on Rianne Ferguson. Summers' first free throw is off the front of the rim, no good. Now India Ritgarn comes in to take the place of Callie Schultz. Summers banks that one home. 59-26, 25 seconds left to go in the game. DeVille works across the timeline and finds Ritgarn. She works it down the right side. 15 seconds left as Jessie Badge reaches in and ties her up. Possession arrow to the Mustangs. Clock runs under 10 seconds, and we're just about out of time here in this fourth quarter. Gracie Perez over the top to Ritgarn, and that'll be the end of it. Mustangs win this one 59-26. Stay unofficial scoring totals in just a minute as we get ready for boys varsity action. Final score again, Gordon-Rushville 59, Hay Springs 26.
These are exciting times here at New Holland Agriculture. It's no secret that dealers define who we are. This group of energized businessmen are delivering like never before. And what are they delivering? New products, service, and equipment for people with field smarts just like you.
Oh, because you took the memory card out. Oh, hey, we're back live again. Trying to take care of some housekeeping duties here. Final score, the Mustangs win this one 59-26. final unofficial scoring totals for the Mustangs. Josie Perez with 31 points to lead all scorers. Kenna Campbell finished with 12. Carly Hinn had 6. Ashton Sassy with 5. Keely Campbell had 3, and Callie Schultz finished with 2 for the Mustangs. For the Hay Springs Hawks, Haley Summers and Emma Roberts both finished with 9 points. Tana Badge had 5. Ashley Agler and Sydney Tlustis each with 2 for Hay Springs. The custodial crew will sweep the floor and get things ready to go for the boys varsity action, a 20-minute warm-up period. We'll take that opportunity to get some starting lineups, share those with you, and other information we see fit to pass along during this warm-up time. So we've got about 20 minutes before the start of boys varsity action between the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Hay Springs Hawks. Again, the final in the girls varsity game, Gordon-Rushville 59 and Hay Springs 26, raises the season record for the Mustangs to 8-4. Hay Springs falls to 1-10 on the season. 20-minute clock is on its way. We'll step aside, catch up with some starting lineups, and we'll be back with those in just a bit here on Sheridan County Journal Star.net coverage of Mustang Basketball 2016.
Hawks 59-17. All right.
Oh, let's take a look. 59-26.
Oh, thanks, but boys maybe can take another win. Tomorrow we're gonna have a big road game. Hopefully we can take 2 W's home with us tomorrow. But
Well, there you have it. Jacob Grover trying his hand behind the mic. Jacob, of course, does the broadcast engineer work. He keeps the computer up and running, keeps the scoreboard up to date, and all that other good stuff that lets me talk uninterrupted without having to try to do too many things at once. I always like to give him a chance to have a little fun behind the mic as we go forward here. 14 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the warm-up period before we get underway in boys varsity action. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for these two teams. Hay Springs comes into tonight's game with a record of 3 wins and 5 losses. Starters this evening for the Hay Springs Hawks. Number 3, Wes Telestis. He is a 5'6" sophomore. Number 5, Drew Letcher, the 6'2" junior. Number 12 is Tony Toof. He is a 5'10" sophomore. Number 13, Austin Reed, the 5'10" senior. And number 34, Garrett Wires, the 6'3" junior. Those are the starting 5 for the Hay Springs Hawks this evening. For the Mustangs, they come in at 6-3. They average 55 points a game, 22 rebounds, and shooting a scorching 42% from the field in this basketball season. Starters tonight for the Mustangs, number 3, Ryan Schwarting. He's a 5'8" senior. Ryan averages 14 points a game to lead the Mustangs in scoring. Number 4, Dylan Schwarting gets the start this evening. The 5'9" freshman. He averages 5 points a game. Certainly does not play like a freshman. Number 22, Trace Bagan, the 5'10" sophomore. Trace averaging 6 points and 3 rebounds. Rhett Conroy, a 6'3" senior. Rhett averaging 3 points and 5 rebounds down in the post for the Mustangs. And number 24, Jared Nelson. He is a 6' sophomore. Jared averaging 12 points and 3 rebounds per contest. Say thanks to sponsors of tonight's action. First National Bank of Gordon, Strong Insurance, Fred A. Lockwood and Company, Gordon True Value, Hins Home Furnishings, Hins Hardware, Accountant Carol Child, Barb's Share Real Estate, Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville, Modern Farm Equipment, and of course the Sheridan County Journal Star, your source for all the news that is news in Sheridan County. And of course the Journal Star is available as an online edition. Get that in your hot little hands before anybody can get the actual paper copy. Check it out at SheridanCountyJournalStar.com/subscriptions. 11.5 minutes left to go before the start of boys varsity action between the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Hay Springs Hawks. We'll step aside for just a few minutes. We'll mute the sound. And we'll be back with the introductions of the starting lineups in just about 11 minutes. So hang with us. Glad to have you along this evening. And we'll be back in just a few minutes here on SheridanCountyJournalStar.net coverage of Mustang Basketball 2016. being entertained by the Gordon-Rushville Mustang Band. They do a great job. Always outstanding to have them along when we do a basketball game. Really adds to the atmosphere, and George Meng does a great job with the kids. And they provide a great service during these basketball games. Glad to have them along with us. Now we're just under 4 minutes left to go before the start of the boys varsity action between the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Hay Springs Hawks. We'll run through these starting lineups one more time, probably a couple of times before we get the game started, just in case you missed it. Hay Springs comes in with a 3-5 record. Starters this evening for the Hay Springs Hawks will be Wes Telustis, Drew Letcher, Tony Toof, Austin Reed, and Garrett Wires. For the Mustangs, Ryan Schwarting, Dylan Schwarting, the two brothers getting the start for the Mustangs tonight. Number 22, Trace Bagan, Rhett Conroy, and Jared Nelson, the starting five for the Mustangs this evening. Just about 3 minutes left to go before the start of today's game. We will be in Kimball tomorrow afternoon. Should be somewhere between 3:30 and 4 o'clock for the start of varsity action over there. Make sure you tune in a little bit early, but we'll have all of that for you, making the long road trip all the way down to I-80 tomorrow afternoon for what should be a couple of outstanding matchups between the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Kimball Longhorns. As we look ahead, on paper, both teams very evenly matched. Mustangs and for the girls, the Mustangs average 56 points a game. The Kimball Longhorns also averaging 56 a game. Mustangs 37 rebounds, Kimball 36 rebounds. Mustangs with 14 steals a game, Kimball with 15 steals. The only place where there's a real significant statistical difference is in the field goal percentage. Mustangs shoot at a 39% clip, and the Kimball Longhorns shooting at just a 31% clip. But Kimball with two outstanding post players in Kate Reeder, the 5'10 freshman, and Dana Kadam, the 6-foot senior. They'll be a handful for the Mustangs down there tomorrow afternoon. For the boys, again, both of them very, very similar statistically. Mustangs at 55 points a game, Kimball at 58. Rebounds very similar, and so is everything else. So it looks like it should be, on paper, a very good matchup. It'll be a tall order for the Mustangs, but if they both play the way that they've been playing, they should be very, very competitive in both of those matchups. Both teams head over to the sideline as we get ready for the start of today's varsity boys action between the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Hay Springs Hawks. Mustangs will be wearing their all-white home uniforms. Hay Springs in their gray, dark gray uniforms with the green accents and the green numbers. And both teams over there, but we're going to let the pregame clock wind all the way down to 0 before we get started with the introductions. Looks like we're getting close. And we'll turn it over to the public address announcer for the introductions of the starting lineups.
Welcome to tonight's last game of the evening between the Hay Springs Hawks and the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. Tonight's starters for the Hay Springs Hawks. Number 3 is Alonso, 5'6" sophomore. Number 5 is 6'2" junior Drew Letcher. Number 12 is 5'10" sophomore Tony Tooth. Number 13 is 5'10" senior Austin Reed. And number 34 is 6'3" junior Garrett
are the starting lineups for both teams. Everybody on the floor and ready to go. Dylan Shorting getting his first start, a young freshman for the Mustangs here this evening. Of course, getting that start because of the injury to Corby Campbell, the 6'3 sophomore, out for a significant stretch of time with a nasty finger injury. Don't know if he'll be able to be back this season or not. So the Mustangs, without the services of both Morgan Holbert and Corby Campbell, can't afford to lose anybody else. They've got a real manageable stretch of games down the stretch here, do the Mustangs. As now we've got some cleanup work on the floor. Both of these Mustang teams handed out bottles of blue Gatorade as they were introduced, and apparently some condensation dripped off and across the floor as the boys starters came across to hand that Gatorade out. Looks like we've got it cleaned up and ready to go. Everybody's set and ready for action. The 6-3 Mustangs against the 3-5 Haysprings Hawks. 8 minutes on the clock, and we are ready to go. Garrett Wires jumps it up against Rhett Conroy. Conroy wins the tip, but then Austin Reed comes up with it. He's crashed into and ends up with a backcourt violation, and they'll give it right back to the Mustangs. Jared Nelson sets things up. He'll go to work against West Telestas. 2-3 zone defense set up here by the Haysprings Hawks. Nelson for three, shot up. That's off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Austin Reed for the Hawks. Drew Letcher will bring it up the floor for the Haysprings Hawks. That's taken away by Nelson, but out of bounds. Haysprings will get the basketball back. Just underway in the first quarter. Glad to have you along with us here from Gordon this evening. Battle of Sheridan County, Class C1 Gordon-Rushville, Class D2 Haysprings. Oh, it's a wide disparity in the size of schools, but Haysprings always gives the Mustangs a good battle. As there's a turnover on the Hawks, Mustangs back in business with it. Across court to Dylan Schwarting. Now they'll swing it around to Ryan Schwarting on the wing. Spots up for three, and we've got a 3-second violation called on the Mustangs as they turn it back over. 7:20 to go in the first quarter. Haysprings basketball, and now the Mustangs look to provide some full court pressure. Drew Letcher picked up by Trace Bagan. Dribbles through the pressure, gets it down low, but taken away by Dylan Schwarting. Ahead to Trace Bagan, takes the long outlet pass up and good. Trace Bagan puts the Mustangs on the board. It's 2-0. 7:04 left to go first quarter. Here's Toof. Across the timeline, Telestas in the corner for Wires. Now back for Telestas. Telestas guarded closely by Ryan Schwarting. Mustangs playing good, tight defense as that pass is too high for West Telestas. West listed as 5'6" on the roster, but that's, I think, generous. He needed to be about 6 foot to catch that pass as it was well over his head. Now Ryan Schwarting on the wing as they work against this zone defense. Ryan Schwarting with a three-pointer. That's no good, but the long rebound is controlled by Jared Nelson. Schwarting into the lane, kicks it out for Dylan Schwarting, three-pointer. That one is good. Dylan Schwarting with a three-pointer puts the Mustangs up 5-0. 6:15 left to go in the first quarter. Toof picks up his dribble. Now he'll find Telestas. Mustangs in the man-to-man here on defense. Toof drives in. Now he'll kick it back out to Letcher. Letcher blocked by Dylan Schwarting, and then a blocking foul is called on Trace Bagan. .558 left to go in the first quarter. Mustangs up 5-0. Letcher inbounds it to Telestas. Now down in the corner, back to Letcher. Letcher guarded by Bagan. Head fake, puts it on the floor. Little runner up. That one won't go, and rebound there by Rhett Conroy. Flips it out quickly. And quickly ahead to Trace Bagan, and he traveled with it. The pass was just a little bit long. Trace was trying to find somebody to hand that off to, and one too many steps. 5:45 to go first quarter. 5-point Mustang lead. And the Mustangs will pick up the Hawks Man-to-man pressure. Here's Toof, picks up his dribble. Now he's in trouble. Back to Telestis. And now the Hawks need to hurry, and a 10-second call. And the Mustangs get the turnover. The Mustangs didn't apply that much pressure that time. Hay Springs pretty much did that on their own, unfortunately. 5.5 to go in the first quarter. Ryan Schwarting guarded by Telestis. Across to Dylan Schwarting into the corner for Nelson. Nelson feeds it inside for Bagan, up and good. Good look, a quick release that time by Trace Bagan. 7-0 with 5:15 left to go. And Telestis is going to draw the blocking foul on Jared Nelson. Jared thought he had position. Instead, he's called for the foul, and timeout called by the Hay Springs Hawks. 5:13 left to go in the first quarter. Mustangs lead this one 7-0. Are you looking to buy or sell real estate in the Panhandle? Give Barb Scher a call at 282-1516, or you can check out her website at scherrealestate.com, SCHAER realestate.com. Barb will do a great job of finding you whatever it is you're looking for, or help you sell what you're trying to get rid of. Scher Real Estate, 282-1516. And Hins Hardware in Rushville has a huge selection of items, including cookware, appliances, tools, and of course, toys. And that includes bikes and ride-on toys at Hins Hardware in Rushville. 5:13 to go in the second quarter. Drew Letcher tries to go over the top to Tony Toof, but that's tipped out of bounds by Dylan Schwarting. Hay Springs will maintain possession. 5:12 left to go in the second quarter. Letcher trying to get it inbounds. Time running out, but he finally finds Telestis in the corner. Back to Letcher, and that's slapped out of bounds by Schwarting. It's off the foot of Letcher. Mustang basketball with 5:08 to go. First quarter action. Clint Anderson along with Jacob Grover and Jesse Moss. And a hand check called on Hay Springs. That's on Telestis, and that'll be his first. 4:55 to go. Slow start to this first quarter. Dylan Schwarting takes the inbounds pass. Now to Jared Nelson. Drives into the lane. Fadeaway jumper. That one falls for Jared. Makes it 9-0. 4:40 to go in the second quarter. Good defensive pressure. Wires comes up with it. Finds Toof. Top of the key. That one slips through the hand of Letcher, but Telestis picks it up. Now to Wires at the free throw line. Garrett back out to Telestis in the corner. Wes Telestis throws it out of bounds off of Ryan Schwarting. Hay Springs basketball, 4:23 to go first quarter. Now Letcher will head to the bench, and Kobe Insinia, the 5'9" junior, into the game. Insinia wears number 24, and he'll inbound the basketball for the Hawks. Into Wires. He can't control it. And now here are the Mustangs on the run. Dylan Schwarting had Jared Nelson, and he put a little too much mustard on that pass. The bounce pass sails wide and out of bounds. Hay Springs gets the basketball back. So Insinia to Telestis. Back across to Insinia as they break the Mustang pressure. Mustangs fall back into a 1-3-1 zone now. 4 minutes left to go second quarter. Insinia on the left wing. Defense collapses on him. That's taken away by Rhett Conroy. Conroy works against Wires. Pulls it back. Tried to get it to Dylan Schwarting. It's through his hands and out of bounds. Another Mustang turnover. Now into the game come Brady Bolender and Sean Combs, as Conroy and Dylan Schwarting will head to the bench. Mustangs with this 1-3-1 zone, they extend that out to about three-quarter court, as that one's kicked by Jared Nelson. And it'll stay with the Hawks. 3:46 to go in the first quarter. It's a 9-0 Mustang lead. Insinia back to Telestis, quickly across. They collapse on him, and he throws it ahead to Garrett Wires, but a little bit wide of the mark and out of bounds. Mustang basketball. Jared Nelson brings it up the floor. Tlustis picks him up at half court. Ryan Schwarting on the wing to the baseline for Combs. Skip pass all the way across to Nelson. He'll drive in and kick it out for Bolender. Bolender dribbles up and hands it back to Nelson. Now back to Bolender on the wing and back to Nelson at the top of the key. Bolender on the wing, open for three, but he passed it up. They go inside for Combs, and Sean Combs puts it up and good for two. 11-0, 3 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the first quarter. And Senia dumps it off to Toof. Now here's Austin Reed, drives baseline and loses it out of bounds. No, double dribble called. Give it back to the Mustangs with 3:05 to go in the first quarter. Jared Nelson will bring it up again and go back to work against this Haysprings zone. Ryan Schwarting in the corner, gets a pick. Nelson goes inside for Bagan. Good, quick look by Bagan. Sean Combs with the basket. Bagan didn't have that ball for very long. Had it and made the quick pass to Sean Combs. Sean made the basket and the foul called. They give that foul to Wes Telestis. That is his second. Haysprings wants a timeout. 2:47 left to go in the first quarter. Mustangs lead at 13-0. Fred A. Lockwood and Company, certified public accountants, is proud to sponsor the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. They are a local CPA firm providing Western Nebraska with individual, agricultural, and business tax, accounting, and planning services for over 50 years, with offices in Scottsbluff, Shadron, Mullen, and Gordon. Contact the Gordon office. You can find them at 106 North Main Street, or you can call 282-1295. That's Fred A. Lockwood and Company, certified public accountants. And family owned since 1932, Strong Insurance is your independent insurance company, offering all forms of insurance. You can find them at 224 North Main Street in Gordon, or you can call Dean on the phone at 308-282-0560. Both teams back out on the floor. 2 minutes, 47 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Mustangs up 13-0. 2 team fouls for each team. Sean Combs at the free throw line with a chance for the three-point play. Free throw is up, and he rattles that one home. Sean Combs now with 5 points to lead the Mustangs in this first quarter. Tony Toof crosses the timeline, gets it to Encinia. Nice move by Encinia, drives in, and then faked out Austin Reed. Reed was cutting to the basket, and Encinia passed it to where Reed had been. It sails out of bounds, and another Hawk turnover. 2.5 to go in this first quarter. Nelson drives in, now he'll pull it back out. Hawks go to a man-to-man defense, trying to change things up. Schwarting in, nice pass, and that one's gonna be out of bounds off of Sean Combs, they're gonna say, as Austin Reed did a great job of getting to that ball and flipping it out of bounds off of one of the Mustangs. Hawks get it back. And now they'll have to deal with this Mustang pressure. Now a 1-2-2 press. Encinia dribbles through, but he has it taken away by Combs. Ahead quickly to Trace Bagan. Trace, jump, stop, puts it up, and good for 2 more. Trace with 6 points. 16-0, under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Encinia quickly down the left side, back to Telestis. Can handle it, but he tracks it back down into the corner for Toof. Toof tries to go inside with it, puts it on the floor and loses the handle. Here's Ryan Schwarting down the floor with it. The layup is good for Ryan Schwarting. First points of the day for Ryan, 18-0, 1:35 left to go. And Telestis nearly with the over and back call that time. And that one's kicked out of bounds by Ryan Schwarting. Haysprings will get the ball back. Rhett Conroy comes in. Trace Bagan heads to the bench. Trace having a good first quarter. Heads to the bench with 6 points. So Encinia across to Toof. Now over to Letcher, who's back into the ball game for the Hawks. Austin Reed down the lane, up and under, and good. Good work inside by Austin Reed that time. Gets Haysprings on the board at 18-2. 1:10 left to go. That shot won't go by Dylan Schwarting. Laid it off glass just a little too hard. Now quickly ahead to Austin Reed. Austin drives in, shot a little too hard off glass, gets his rebound, the putback, that won't go, and the rebound by Rhett Conroy. Dylan Schwarting quickly ahead to, or Ryan Schwarting ahead to Dylan Schwarting. He won't miss this one, lays that one up, and good. So Drew Letcher now works against Dylan Schwarting. Drives into the lane, leaves it for Insignia. He'll kick it out. Reed three-pointer. That one may have been partially blocked. Toof tracks down the rebound. Now here's Letcher. Letcher working against Ryan Schwarting, loses the handle. Now they go inside for Garrett Wires, and Garrett is blocked by Sean Combs. Great defensive play by Sean Combs. Ryan Schwarting able to hit the brakes. And Insignia hits the ground, and he is down. We'll step aside, take a little bit of a break while he gets his wits about him here on Sheridan County Journal Star.net coverage of Mustang basketball. Sorry, I got to come up with better hand signals there. So right back to action here as Insignia is up and walks off. He'll head to the bench and take a little bit of a breather. So into the game now to replace him will be number 32, Trent Reed. He is a 5'9" freshman. Letcher lost his balance after he took that pass. Brady Bolender ends up with it. Nice pass by Brady. And the shot up and good by Ryan Schwarting. And at the buzzer, that shot won't go. End of the first quarter, the Mustangs lead this one 24-2.
The way we see it, if you're gonna call something smart, it better help you get real work done. Help you grow food, feed, and energy independence. Help you get the most with the latest precision farming technology while doing the job right and on time. From combines to tractors to hay tools, visit your New Holland dealer today to see equipment built New Holland smart.
Visit your authorized dealer today.
New Holland.
Ready to get the second quarter underway. Mustangs out to the commanding lead 24-2 at the end of one. The First National Bank in Gordon proudly celebrates over 125 years of locally made decisions and supporting our community. So on the floor for the Hawks to start the second quarter, Letcher, Wires, Toof, Trent Reed, and Wes Telustis. For the Mustangs, Bolender, Dylan Schwarting, Jared Nelson, Bagan, and Ryan Schwarting. Bagan in the corner, kicks it out. Now here's Ryan Schwarting into traffic, kicks it out for Bagan. Now Dylan Schwarting drives in and kicks it out for Nelson. Nelson looks for room. Ryan Schwarting at the top of the key, drives in underneath for Jared Nelson. That one's too hard, gets his rebound. That one's short as well, and the rebound cleared by Letcher. Letcher over the top to Wires. Wires tracks it down and flips it neatly to Toof into the corner. Now back to Letcher. Letcher will set it up. Now he'll take the long three-pointer, and nothing but the bottom of the net for Drew Letcher. No windup at all on that shot. Makes it 24-5 with 7:15 left to go in the second quarter. And a foul called as Ryan Schwarting hits the deck. That foul called on Tony Toof. That is his first. Schwarting inbounds it to Bagan. Easy shot off glass. Trace has 8 in the game. 7:05 to go, 26-5. Toof works out top, across to Telustis. To Reed. Trent Reed drives in. Good move. Can't get it to fall though. Bagan battles for the rebound, flips it back in. Letcher will control that. Letcher dumps it off for Reed. Reed wasn't ready for that pass, and it's out of bounds. It was a good look inside as now Colton Marks comes in to give Garrett Wires a breather. Caleb Marks, excuse me, not Colton. Caleb Marks, the 5'10" sophomore. Bolender drives into the lane, puts it up, and that one won't go. Had a nice shot to the basket there, but laid it off the glass just a little bit too hard. Telustas down the right side, now outside to Toof between the circles. Toof guarded closely by Ryan Schwarting. Back to Telustas on the wing. Telustas to Letcher. Letcher wants to go down to the baseline for Toof, and that'll be out of bounds as the pass was just a little bit too far beyond his reach. 6:04 left to go in the second quarter. Austin Reed in, West Telustas out. 26-5, Mustangs in the lead. 3 team fouls on Hay Springs, 2 team fouls on the Mustangs. Ryan Schwarting brings it across and sets up the offense. Finds Dylan Schwarting on the wing. Tries to go inside. Somebody didn't get the memo. That one thrown directly to Austin Reed, and he gets the steal. Toof crosses the timeline, and they'll set it up. Working against this man-to-man defense by the Mustangs. Trent Reed brings it across, hands it off to Letcher. Letcher gets a pick, peels back out, now guarded closely, and throws that one away. Ryan Schwarting over the top to Dylan Schwarting. Dylan drives in, draws contact, and an offensive foul called against Dylan Schwarting. That'll be his first on the offensive foul. 26-5 with 5:23 left to go in the second quarter. Drew Letcher brings it up the floor, guarded closely by Trace Bagan. Now he's trapped over against the sideline, doesn't make a good pass, and it's the Mustangs coming the other way. They flip it to Nelson. Good pass by Nelson. Let's get a replay on that one. Nicely done. And it's 28-5, under 5 to go in the second quarter. Ryan Schwarting picks the pocket of Tony Toof. Lays that one up and good. 30-5, 4:45 to go in the second quarter. Letcher works against Bagan. Bagan reaches in. Letcher lost the handle on it as he was trying to go to the basket. Sails out of bounds. Mustang basketball. And one of the Mustang cheerleaders with quick reflexes, she almost caught that one with her teeth as it sailed out of bounds. 25-point lead for the Mustangs with 4:36 to go in the second quarter. Sean Combs now into the game for the Mustangs. And Ryan Schwarting gets a breather along with Brady Bolender. Rhett Conroy also back into the game. That one's taken away by Austin Reed. Austin Reed down the floor, switches hands and has it stripped. Gets it back somehow. He's still got it in the lane. That one's rejected by Sean Combs. Ball loose on the floor, scramble for it. Toof has it, tries to hand it off, and I think we got a timeout called on the floor. One of the Hawks was able to get the timeout, I believe. Official hasn't made a signal yet. Now he'll say yes. Timeout was granted to Hay Springs. Just wanted to add to the drama. 30-second timeout granted to the Hay Springs Hawks with 4:11 left to go in the second quarter. And if you're looking for something in the way of hardware, stop in at True Value of Gordon. They've got something for everyone, whether that's tools, toys, electronics, whatever it is, they've got it there at True Value in downtown Gordon. Mustangs lead this one 30-5 with 4 minutes and 11 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Out of the timeout, Hay Springs will have the basketball under their own basket. Letcher tosses it in to Marks, and there's a bad pass by Trent Reed. Threw it right at the feet of Toof and out of bounds. The Mustangs have used good, tight defensive pressure, and when you know somebody's going to be there, it makes you hurry that pass a little quicker than you wanted to. And there's an entry pass to the high post by the Mustangs. Now they'll kick it back out. Trace Bagan, top of the key, three-pointer, good. Trace Bagan with a great night. He's got 11 points so far in this first half. Toof will pull it back out and toss it to Letcher. He calls the play. Works with the right hand, drives in, has it stripped away. And they're going to say that it stays with the Hawks. That one's tipped and out of bounds. Contact. Foul called on the Mustangs. No, foul called on the Hay Springs Hawks. 32. Trent Reed draws the foul. And the Mustangs back to work with 3:20 to go. That one nearly taken away. Nelson drives in, lays it up with the left hand. Up and good. Nelson with 6 points. 3:10 to go in the second quarter. That one's nearly taken away by Rhett Conroy on the long pass, but out of bounds. It'll stay with the Hawks. Now the Mustangs will drop the pressure back. Fall back into the 1-3-1 zone now. High pass to Austin Reed over his head and out of bounds. Mustangs with the basketball again with 3 minutes left to go before the half. Nelson works to the left side. Conroy top of the key. Dylan Schwarting on the wing. Now back to Bagan. He'll try that three-pointer again. That one's off the back iron. A collision on that rebound. Everybody okay. Bodies all came together. Nelson in, finds Conroy underneath. Up and good. Rhett Conroy with his first 2 points of the night. Under 2.5 to go in the first half. It's 37-5. That ball tipped by a Mustang defender. Ball loose on the floor, picked up by Trace Bagan. Quickly out to Dylan Schwarting. Schwarting works against Marks. Up and good. Count the basket and the foul. Give that foul to Caleb Marks, and that'll be his first. And Dylan Schwarting with a chance at the three-point play. He's got 7 points so far here in the first half. And the free throw is no good. Nearly an offensive rebound by Conroy that time, but Trent Reed rips it out of his fingers and takes it for the Hawks. Nice dribble that time behind the back by Reed. Now it's taken away by Nelson. Jared Nelson. And he is fouled. Hard foul that time by Trent Reed. Jared Nelson heads to the free throw line. Jared Nelson will have 2 free throws. He's got 6 points on the evening. That one's short off the front of the rim. Ryan Schwarting comes in. Dylan Schwarting will head to the bench. And Carson Hinn heads to the scorer's table. He'll check in for Nelson at the next whistle. That one off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Conroy. Up and good on the putback. Rhett's got 4. 41-5. We're under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Toof crosses the timeline, and they go to work against this 1-3-1. It's caused the Hawks a lot of difficulty in this first half. Underneath to Trent Reed, and then a blocking foul is called on Rhett Conroy. That'll be Rhett's first. Now Carson Hinn has a chance to get into the game. He'll come in and take the place of Trace Bagan. 1:36 left to go in the first half. Mustangs out in front comfortably, 41-5. Letcher with the inbounds pass, but that's taken away by Ryan Schwarting. Flips it over to Jared Nelson, leaves it back for Schwarting. He'll drive in and kick it out for Nelson. The three-pointer on its way, and that misses everything. There's Carson Hinn with the rebound. His putback is blocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Mustangs. Insignia in and Toof out for the Hawks with 1:24 left to go in the second. Ryan Schwarting calls out the play. They get it in to Sean Combs, and he is fouled and hits the deck. Caleb Marks gets some kind words from the official. After that foul, they give that foul to Marks. Sean Combs will have 2 free throws. First free throw is no good by Combs. Combs with 5 points here in the first half. Now Lane Meek's going to come back into the game. Lane has been injured for several games, and now he's trying to figure out who he's coming in for. He's coming in obviously for Sean Combs, the shooter. Can't come in until the next dead ball. Combs lines up the second, and he makes it. And now Meeks will have a chance to get into the ball game. Good to see him back out onto the floor. 42-5, 1:22 left to go in the first half. Marks tosses it inside for Wires, but that's poked away, and it's Nelson coming out of there with it, and he throws it right back to Garrett Wires. Insignia will bring it up the left side with 1:08 to go. Cut off. Insignia hung up, and that's off the foot of Nelson. Haysprings will maintain possession with 1:04 to go in the first half. They'll throw it in over the top. This is Trent Reed tracking that one down. Letcher can't quite get it back. Here comes Jared Nelson, lays this one up, and good on the steal. Jared's got 8 points. Under a minute to go in the first half. And the Mustangs out in front by a bundle here. That one's overthrown and out of bounds by Letcher. Trying to go into the high post and overthrew everybody. It sails out of bounds. Mustang basketball with 43 seconds left. And now Brady Bolender checks in along with Hideki Sato. A foreign exchange student will head into the ball game, take the place of Ryan Schwarting. Jared Nelson also heads to the bench as Mustangs' 2 leading scorers will head to the bench and get a breather before the half. Sato takes the inbounds pass, and he'll trigger the offense for the Mustangs. Bolender on the right wing wants to go inside with it. Now he drives to the free throw line, pull-up jumper. That's no good. Rhett Conroy there with a nice play and rebound and the putback. Conroy has 6, 46-5. We're under 25 seconds to go. Garrett Wires, pull-up jumper, good. Garrett Wires on the board with 2 points, makes it 46-7 as we wind under 10 seconds left to go in the half. Bolender works against Trent Reed. Flips it out. There's a steal by Letcher. 4-3-2-1. Letcher lays it up and good at the buzzer. Drew Letcher lays it in. And at the half, the Mustangs lead it 46-9. Up the floor, guarded closely by Trace Fagan. He's trapped over against the sideline. Doesn't make a good pass. And the Mustangs coming the other way. They flip it to Nelson. Good pass by Nelson. Let's get a replay on that.
These are exciting times here at New Holland Agriculture. It's no secret that dealers define who we are. This group of energized businessmen are delivering like never before. And what are they delivering? New products, service, and equipment for people with field smarts just like you.
Take a look at some unofficial scoring totals. First for the Mustangs, Trace Bagan leads the way with 11 points. Jared Nelson has 8. 3 players with 6 points. Ryan Schwarting, Rhett Conroy, and Sean Combs, all with 6 points apiece. And we would be remiss if we didn't remember Dylan Schwarting, who has 7 points at the half. For the Hay Springs Hawks, not a lot of scoring. Drew Letcher with 5, Austin Reed with 2, and Garrett Wires with 2. Let's take a look at some replays from the first half of action. And as you know, we kind of relive this as we go. Let's take a look. Garrett Wires, and Garrett is blocked. How are you? By Sean Combs. Great defensive play by Sean Combs. Ryan Schwarting able to hit the brakes. Oh, come on. I got this nifty new replay thing here that I have to try and learn, and I don't always agree with it. Doesn't make a good pass, and it's Mustangs coming the other way. They flip it to Nelson. Good pass by Nelson. Let's get a replay on that. Sato takes the inbounds pass, and he'll trigger the offense for the Mustangs. Finish this up, and I'll visit with you here. Bolander on the right wing wants to go inside with it. Now he drives to the free throw line. Pull-up jumper. That's no good. Rhett Conroy there with a nice play and rebound. So at the half, the Mustangs with the big lead at 46-9. And now they'll draw a number and do their half-court shot. We'll step aside and see how that all goes. Thanks for joining us on Sheridan County Journal Star.net coverage of Mustang basketball. So that was the half-court attempt, sponsored by Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville. That'll happen at the halftime of every home boys game from here on out, as one lucky winner is chosen to attempt a half-court shot for $500, sponsored by Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville. And the consolation prize, obviously, not sure, probably didn't get that in the screen, but a very fine looking t-shirt donated by Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville. 4 minutes and 45 seconds left to go in the halftime break. Mustangs out in front here, 46-9. We'll step aside one last time and be back with the start of the third quarter here on Sheridan County Journal Star.net coverage of Mustang basketball 2016. Sato takes the inbound pass, and he'll trigger the offense for the Mustangs.
It better help you get real work done.
Bolander on the right wing wants to go inside with it. Now he drives to the free throw line. Pull-up jumper. That's no good. Rhett Conroy there with a
doing the job right.
Nice play and rebound.
These are exciting times here at New Holland Agriculture. It's no secret that dealers define who we are. This group of energized businessmen are delivering like never before. And what are they delivering? New products, service, and equipment for people with field smarts just like you.
Remember, tomorrow is going to be pinball. You are traveling big luck. 3-hour drive.
For the band. All right, just about ready to So just about ready to get the third quarter underway. Mustangs with the commanding lead 46-9. Just 3 points away from invoking the mercy rule and the running clock in the second half. The halftime clock winds down, under 20 seconds to go now. In case you missed it earlier, unofficial scoring in the first half, Trace Bagan leads all scorers with 11 points. Jared Nelson has 8, Dylan Schwarting with 7. Ryan Schwarting, Rhett Conroy, and Sean Combs each with 6 points apiece for the Mustangs. For Hay Springs, Drew Letcher with 5 points. Austin Reed and Garrett Wires each with 2. 8 minutes on the clock. The third quarter is ready to get underway. Letcher inbounds it to Telestas, and away we go. Now the Mustangs come out in a 2-3 zone to start the second half. 2 for cross to Letcher. Austin Reed inside, nice feed down low for Telestas, up and good. 46-11. Hay Springs strikes first. Now Hay Springs back in the man-to-man defense. Dylan Schwarting in the corner to Conroy, and he swings it around to Jared Nelson. Inside for Dylan Schwarting, off glass and good. Dylan's got 9. 7:20 to go, 48-11. They go inside for Wires, but it's tipped away. And now out to Ryan Schwarting. Schwarting down the floor, lays it up and in. Ryan Schwarting with 8, and it's 50-11. as we work down towards the 7:05 mark of the third quarter. Toof on the wing, dribbles to the top and across to Letcher, tees it up for three. That one's short off the front of the rim, off the top of the backboard. It'll be Mustang basketball with 6:57 to go in the third quarter. Jared Nelson takes the inbounds pass, brings it up the floor, and the Mustangs go to work. Nelson to the left wing. To Conroy, swings it around to Dylan Schwarting. Now back to Ryan Schwarting at the top of the key. He drives in, a little scoop shot up and under. That is good for Ryan Schwarting. He's got 10, 52 to 11, 6:30 to go in the third quarter. Reed to Letcher and around to Toof, into the corner for Tlustis. He drives baseline, kicks it back out, but it's right to Ryan Schwarting. Ryan bounce pass to Dylan Schwarting, left hand up and under and good. 54 to 11, 6:10 to go, third quarter. And now the Hawks face a running clock the rest of the way unless they can chip this lead back under 40. That one's taken away by Trace Bagan. Nelson crosses the timeline. He'll let everybody catch up. They'll set the offense. Nelson works his way to the left wing. And they swing it around to Ryan Schwarting. Dylan Schwarting up top, drives in, kicks it out for Ryan Schwarting. Now he'll drive into the paint. Nice look inside for Rhett Conroy. And Rhett finishes that one. He's got 8 points, 56 to 11, 5:30 to go. Third quarter action between the Mustangs and the Hawks. Austin Reed across to Toof, flips it back out for Letcher. Long three-pointer and good. Drew Letcher, so matter of fact, the way that he shoots those three-pointers, not much wind-up at all. He just leans back and fires it. 5:10 left to go, third quarter. Timeout on the floor. Mustangs lead this 56 to 14. And we need to remind you that the Gordon Lions Club is having a pancake feed to benefit the Gordon Theater. That'll be this Sunday from 7:30 a.m. to 1:30 in the afternoon, and that'll be held at the Gordon United Methodist Church. So come out and support the benefit for the Gordon Theater. That's put on by the Gordon Lions Club. It's a pancake feed this Sunday morning from 7:30 to 1:30, and that is at the Gordon United Methodist Church. Come out and support the efforts to refurbish the Gordon Theater. 5 minutes, 10 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Mustangs lead this one 56 to 14. Sean Combs and Brady Bolender out on the floor now for the Mustangs. Brady will trigger the offense. High post for Sean Combs. Turns and tries to get it to Bolender, but it sails out of bounds. It'll be Hawk basketball. Clock rolls under 5 minutes in the third quarter. West Lustis gets it to Toof and around to Encinia, back onto the floor for the Hawks. Encinia works against that zone, now up top for Toof. Toof over the top to Austin Reed, free throw line, into the lane. Contact, shot up, no good, but he'll have free throws coming on the blocking foul. That foul is called on Lane Meeks, who's also into the game for the Mustangs. That is his first, puts Austin Reed at the free throw line. First free throw is up and good. 56 to 15. Clock now under 4 minutes. Reed's second one also good. Gives Reed 4 points on the evening. 56 to 16. 3:45 to go in the third quarter. Brady Bolender works against West Lustis. Works to the right side, down into the corner. Now back to Nelson. Nelson to his left. And to Combs. Combs drives in. Dylan Schwarting leaves it for Combs in the lane. Can't quite finish. Combs gets his rebound, flips it out to Nelson. Around to Bolender, and he'll pull it back out, and they'll reset the offense. Good patient work by the Mustangs. They go inside to Nelson. Nelson off glass and good. 10 points on the game for Jared Nelson. 58-16 with 3:05 to go in the third quarter. Cross court pass to Toof. Insignia into the lane. Now he's in the land of the trees, but he gets it out. Here's Wires and around to Reed. Reed drives to the baseline. Shot up and won't go, but there is a foul called. He'll have 2 free throws. Austin Reed back to the free throw line. On the foul. And that is the second on Lane Meeks. First free throw is good by Reed. Now Bagan, Carson Hinn, Rhett Conroy, and Sato, along with Ryan Schwarting, back in for the Mustangs as they trade 5 fresh bodies into the game now for the Mustangs. Reed's second free throw is also good, so Austin Reed 4 for 4 from the free throw line tonight. He's got 6 points. And Insignia just stepped over the end line. He was trying to get somebody else to take the ball out. And oh no, check that. That's the Mustang basketball. He had me convinced too. Mustang basketball as they bring it down the floor. Sato in the corner for Bagan. Bagan to Hinn. Hinn drives with the left hand into the lane. Awkward shot up, but he is fouled, and Carson Hinn goes to the free throw line. Carson lines the first one up, and that's short off the front of the rim. That's the second foul on Tony Toof. Now Austin Reed out and Trent Reed into the Hawk lineup. And Carson makes the second. 58-17 as we're now under a minute to go in the third quarter. Still in that 2-3 zone. Toof dribbles around the pressure. Picks up his dribble and finds Wes Telustis. Into the corner for Insignia. Now he'll back it back out. Flips it up top for Toof. 40 seconds to go. Reed to Toof and around to Telustis. Down on the baseline for Insignia. And back to Telustis. They tried to go inside to Marks, and then Marks is going to be called for the foul as he pushed off trying to get to that loose ball. Caleb Marks picks up his third foul. And 59-17, under 10 seconds to go in the third quarter. Conroy around to Hinn with 5 seconds to go. Sato up top, drives down, wild shot. He got clipped on the way by and didn't get a good clean look at the basket. At the end of 3, it's the Mustangs 59 and the Hawks 17.
These are exciting times here at New Holland Agriculture. It's no secret that dealers define who we are. This group of energized businessmen are delivering like never before. And what are they delivering? New products, service, and equipment for people with field smarts just like you.
Just about ready to get the final quarter underway. The Mustangs out in front with a commanding 59-17 lead. On the floor for the Mustangs to start the fourth quarter, Bolander, Combs, Sato, Hinn, and Meeks. For the Hawks, Insignia, Telustis, Marks, Toof, and Trent Reed. Brady Bolander takes the inbounds pass, and the fourth quarter is underway. Meeks around to Hinn on the right wing. Sato, three-pointer from the top of the key, good! makes it 62 to 17. 7:35 to go. Behind the back pass by Reed that time to Encinia. Now they work it inside for Marks. Marks, one dribble, good strong move to the basket, but he can't get it to go. And the rebound cleared by Combs. Bolender sets it up. Combs finds Sato cutting to the basket, didn't handle it cleanly. Back out to Combs, pull-up jumper. Off glass won't go, but Brady Bolender is there for the rebound. Into the lane, that shot blocked and out of bounds off of Caleb Marks. Mustang basketball as the clock winds under 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. And now a substitution as Tlustis out. And we got a new body in, that's Johnny Tooth, the 5'8" freshman on the floor. Tony Tooth takes that inbounds pass away, and Encinia will bring it up the floor for the Hawks. Encinia drives in, kicks it outside for Tony Tooth. Underneath for Johnny Tooth, and Johnny's gonna be fouled as he used a good head fake lane, or excuse me, that was Sean Combs that went for the fake over the top and the foul. That is the first on Combs. 62 to 17. 6:05 to go. Tooth back to Encinia. Encinia steps back for the three-pointer. That one won't go. Bolender with the rebound. Bolender quickly up the floor, now realizes he doesn't have an advantage and he'll slow it down. Under 6 to go. Bolender switches to the left hand, kicks it out for Hinn, three-pointer. That one won't go, tipped around, battled for it, and Trent Reed comes away with the rebound for the Hawks. Tony Tooth in the corner, inside for Encinia, and the hook shot falls for Kobe Encinia. 62 to 19. 5:25 to go, fourth quarter. Sato squares up. Across to Hinn. Hands it off to Combs. And now to Bolender on the wing. Sato top of the key, works to his right. Inside for Sean Combs. Into the lane, shot up, that one's short. And rebounded by Reed. Encinia brings it up. And goes to work against the Mustang zone. Caleb Marks inside, up and under, and good. 62-21, and a timeout called by the Mustangs. 30-second timeout with 4 minutes and 46 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Did you know that Strong Insurance is your independent insurance agency? They represent a variety of insurance companies, and they sell the products that most appropriately meet the needs of their clients. As an independent agent, they review many quotes and they offer their clients the best policy options available. They don't work for any one insurance company. They work for you. That's Strong Insurance in downtown Gordon. 4 minutes, 40 seconds, 4 minutes, 46 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. The Mustangs handily out in front here, 62 to 21. 3 team fouls on the Mustangs in the second half, just 2 fouls on the Hawks. Haysprings taking their time coming out of the timeout, but now finally back out onto the floor. Mustangs will have the basketball coming out of the timeout. Bolender goes to work against Encinia, and that one nearly taken away. Hinn inside to Combs, and then the foul called. Not sure if they got Reed or Marks. They gave that foul to Trent Reed. That is his third. And Sean Combs at the free throw line. He's 2 for 3 from the line tonight. First one falls off, no good. Tlustis in, and Tony Tooth heads to the bench for the Hawks. Combs' second free throw is good. 62 to 21. 3:45 to go in the fourth quarter. Tlustis kicks it out for Insignia. Insignia picks up his dribble and finds Tlustis. He'll put it on the floor and kick it out for Trent Reed. Reed drives the baseline. Turnaround jumper in the lane underneath. Can't get that one to go. Bolander up the floor to the right side. Now he'll pull it back out and set the offense with 3:20 to go in the fourth quarter. Bolander directs a little traffic, gets it to Sato on the right wing. To Combs and around to Bolander. Three-pointer on the way from Bolander is good. Brady Bolander, his first 3 points of the night, makes it 66-21 as we're now under 3 minutes to go. Insignia across to Reed. Trent Reed, of course. Looks like Austin's night is done. He's over on the bench with the towel. And they'll say count the basket and the foul. Foul committed. Trying to figure out who they called that foul on. 21, they're going to say that's on Carson Hinn. That is his first. Trent Reed with the basket, and the free throw falls in. 66-21. Not sure they added those points on yet. 66-21 according to the scoreboard. We don't necessarily agree. Now they've got it, 66-25. Jacob way ahead of the scorekeeper. Out in the corner for Carson Hinn, but a foul is called. As Hinn's three-pointer won't count. Give that foul to Tony Toof, and that is his third. 1:40, and the clock runs. Combs to Bolander. Back to the corner for Hinn. Bolander brings it up between the circles with under a minute and a half to go now. Hinn on the wing. Guarded closely by Tony Toof. Hinn asking for help. Sato comes up and takes the basketball. And back to Bolander between the circles. Hinn on the wing. Meeks pops out to the top of the key. Now Bolander. He'll dribble down to the corner and find Sato, who will swing it around to Carson Hinn. Carson Hinn underneath, good look, left hand, up and good for Sean Combs. 68-25, 50 seconds left to go. Tlustis to Tony Toof, drives down to the baseline and kicks it back up for Reed. Reed down to the baseline, and a foul called on Sean Combs inside, trying to defend against Caleb Marks. Those two have had quite a battle this evening down low. Under 20 to go. Reed with the head fake. He works against Combs, drives baseline, kicks it out. Johnny Toof, shot for three. That won't go. Gets his own rebound in the lane. Shot back up, and Combs clears the rebound. 5 seconds to go. Bolander brings it up the floor, and that'll be the way that this one ends. Mustangs come out on top, 68-25. Hold tight. We'll do a little bit of mathematical addition here and get you some final unofficial scoring totals. For the Mustangs, we'll just go down the line. Ryan Schwarting finished with 10 points. Dylan Schwarting finished with 11. Brady Bolander had 3. Trace Began finished with 11, all in the first half. Rhett Conroy had 8. Jared Nelson finished with 10. Sean Combs finished with 9. Carson Hinn with 1, and Hideki Sato with 3. For Hay Springs, Wes Tlustis with 2. Drew Letcher had 8. Austin Reed with 6. Caleb Marks with 2. Kobe Insignia with 2. Trent Reed had 3, and Garrett Wires finished with 2 points. Again, a reminder, we will be on the air tomorrow afternoon between 3:30 and 4 o'clock as we make the long road trip to Kimball as the Mustangs head down to take on the Kimball Longhorns. Should be some outstanding basketball action, very evenly matched teams, And we look forward to a couple of great matchups tomorrow afternoon. We hope you'll join us. Until then, I'm Clint Anderson for cameraman Jesse Moss and our broadcast engineer Jacob Grover. Until tomorrow afternoon, thanks for joining us on Sheridan County Journal Star.net coverage of Mustang Basketball 2016.